Shares in Europe and the US rallied in overnight trading as investors continued to reprice the newly emerged peace in the Middle East. And with de-escalation of tensions on the agenda across the region, investors are changing their view on the outlook for markets, at least in the short term. And we're seeing a strong shift away from the safe haven assets and back into those higher risk, higher growth assets like the tech shares. And as you can see from this chart of the NASDAQ, we're seeing a continuation of the uptrend that's driven share markets towards those all-time highs all around the globe. But it's been led by the NASDAQ, and in particular the tech shares that dominate this index. As you can see, the trend in place and continuing to grow. We saw good support across the board. We did see pressure in a couple of areas, in particular oil, as those tensions de-escalate. Oil markets continued to reprice. We saw another big drop in oil markets and oil and gas stocks, one of the few sectors or subsectors to not participate in last night's rally as a group in the US, down by more than 2%. But we did see a focus again on the stable coins, stocks that have been dominating trading since Circle listed at the beginning of the month. Last night it wasn't Circle, but rather the exchange that it trades on, Coinbase, that really led the way. And as we can see from this chart of Coinbase, the big gain there, more than 12% last night, just adds to the gains that we've seen across this sector as investors become more and more confident about the prospects for stable coins as currency. So Coinbase taking the light there, but as we saw, the NASDAQ continuing to run on the back of that improving market sentiment. In Australia, we saw a very good performance yesterday from Virgin Airways on its first day of trading as it was relisted. A very strong gain there, more than 11% in trading. It closed well up above the $2.90 IPO price to trade above $3.20. And that sort of debut does indicate that there's some pent-up buying interest, and we could see further gains for Virgin over the coming days and weeks. Here's the day's trading in Virgin, and this is, I think, why investors took confidence out of the action yesterday. We saw that big gain at the open on the left-hand side of the chart there. The market then traded strongly throughout the day and drove higher as we moved into yesterday's close. This is a chart of yesterday's action only in Virgin. And as you can see, Virgin closed near its highs, and that's what's giving confidence about the outlook. Today, we also have inflation data in Australia. This is the monthly read. It's not as important to the RBA as the quarterly reads, but nonetheless, it's likely investors will draw clues. It's expected the monthly read will come in at 2.3%, down from the previous 2.4%. And if it does come in at those levels or even lower, confirming the downward drift in inflation, investors are likely to interpret that as room for the RBA to once again cut interest rates.